I need to know how it feels in the race, and it's always nice to see. But I see with when the way you perform and compare with the other competitors, and to see how we're progressing in the race. He starts to run out of strains, or he's maintaining, so you kind of measure the race during in the race. These data I can use afterwards, but I know beforehand. I know what kind of could expect from him. But these data is good to correct something afterwards. But in the race situation, I cannot use these data. Yeah, no, but for training they're perfect. Training is perfect because then I can see, okay, he's not training hard enough, or he's training too hard, so he don't recover to the race. So he comes up to the race and he's tired, and I can see on the training races that he works too hard at home, so he's tired when he gets to the race. Or I can see on the curve that he's never getting up to his maximum limit, so he don't work hard enough when he's training. So that's why he can't reach his highest level when he's racing. So it's very valuable to see this data. So
no, the computer it's okay. It's no problem for the mechanics. Garmin is perfect. It's in one computer. It's for the cadence, speed. It's for the bats. It's incredible. And after in the computer, it's possible you to look everything. No, it's perfect. It's good.
I use the Garmin the Edge 500, and it's got some special features, which is really nice. If you want to see, sometimes you come on roads, new roads you don't know, and then when you do the outprint in the evening on your computer, it's really nice, and then you still can find the roads afterwards. You can find them and find other new roads to do on training, and so it's an enjoyable bicycle computer. You can have a lot of fun with it, and of course because more than any other brand, it has all the features that you need for. It has everything with power, speed, altitude. So it's the most advanced bicycle computer.
It's very useful because I can use it every day for training. Download it into the Garmin software, and then I can look back a week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, last year, and I can compare all my training from one day to another, and I can learn trends and learn more about my body this way. So it's very useful. The big difference is I can with the software I can map out where I went with. Like we demonstrated on the presentation tonight, and it's really, and the thing I like is I'm able to share my route and my training route with other people over the internet or just on my own computer, and it's neat to show people in super detail where I went and the power I did and the speed I went, and they can do the same route and compare with what a pro cyclist can do. My maximum watts, maybe 1100. That's not very much though.
The Garmin's really useful for me because it has a lot of the functions that I like to look at, like power, altitude, how many meters you climb, so a lot of cool functions. But it's also useful because I can go home and download it and send it to my trainer, and then he can look at it and he can tell me what to do the next day. So it's pretty versatile. It's the best training device out there on the market. I even take it sometimes when I'm the 705. I think when I'm hiking, I take it to the mountains for the maps. So yeah, Garmin's fantastic. The best cycling computer on the market for sure. So
I love the Garmin 500 because it shows everything I need to know. It shows power, it shows heart rate, it shows speed, it shows distance, and it'll change it into 8 different screens. So it does everything I do, and it makes it's really easy to use. If I lose this computer, I can't ride my bike anymore. I have to have this. I rely on it for everything I do. Like, I can't wake up in the morning if I don't have it. Life.
For the in training, we usually use the Edge 705 because it's obviously got the maps. So if you get lost, it's good for finding your way home. But generally, we don't have that problem in Girona because we always train there. We know all the roads. But it's good for when you're training the day before a race, for example. When you're in a strange location, you don't know where you are. You can find good roads and good training without just by looking at your computer. So it's good. It's good for that. Generally, we just use for the recording the power data, and so we got the power we put through the pedals and the RPM, meaning that I send that data to my coach, and he can obviously change my training for the next day. So that's why the Garmin is useful for both the 500 and the 705, and that's why I use it in the racing too. I use the 500 in the races just so that I can record the power outputs I'm doing, and I can see the progression, and I can see that on Sunday I could see that it was a really hard race, and I did a really good performance. But if maybe I didn't win, I can still look at the data and see if I was good or not, and that's really good for the mental, and it helps you to see how good your legs are, and if you have a chance in the next race too. It'd be difficult, I think, especially the 500 because the small weight and obviously the maps we don't use so much. But with the 500, we have everything in one. Instead of having like every other team in the peloton, they have a computer and then they have the SRM as well, also for recording the data and everything. We can do it in one, and that saves weight with the bike, and it also looks better. It's better for aerodynamics, and obviously you have the mapping too, so you can find your way home. Hi, I'm Dan Martin, and I won the Japan Cup with the Garmin 500, the best cycling computer in the world.